Coach, you're not looking past anything, obviously. It's not a question about that, but just the fact that there's going to be a quick turnaround for two teams to play on Friday and then on Sunday. Do you think what the team went through at the end of the season with so many matches in such a close amount of time, SEC tournament, Auburn, is that good training? Does that give you guys a good sense about what's needed?
Yeah, tough to say. I think, the fact that we did just as recently as last week, we had the quick turnaround when we played, Mississippi State and Vanderbilt, on 2 days rest. I think it shows that we're capable of doing it. But at the end of the day, it's tough to say. It's tough to say what the game against Portland's going to look like, and whether or not we're able to rest some players or not. But first and foremost, our priority is going to be on Portland and doing everything we can to win that game, and not about saving legs for Sunday. We'll worry about that when and if it comes. But we'll worry about Portland tomorrow first.
Apart from the obvious scoring a lot of goals, what are the positives from the Jackson State game that you want to see the team bring to Portland?
Yeah, I thought the energy and the approach to the game was awesome. Especially coming off of one of our few losses of the season, to bounce back and have a performance like that, with just kind of the energy and the attitude of the team was great. It allowed us to rest some players. I think we were still a little bit beat up from the SEC week, but I think it was good that we got a lot of players in the game, and certainly a lot of confidence in our attack.
Coach, as you kind of alluded to, it's probably going to be a cold one tomorrow. And Ashton Record did talk about how you practice on Sunday, kind of get used to that. So what is it like kind of playing a soccer game in the cold weather like this?
Yeah, I don't know. I think, once you get out running around, it's not bad. This isn't anything like some of the other, regionals out there. You look at, South Bend, Indiana, and even Fayetteville, Arkansas, they're getting snow flurries tonight. And, it's going to be a high of, mid-30s, for some of these places. So for us, I don't look at this as being cold. This weather that we're going to see this weekend, I don't think is going to have much of an effect on the game at all.
Is there a trait or a characteristic that you can kind of point to? It's difficult, but for a team that is able to play loose, regardless of if it's the NCAA tournament or the SEC tournament or just a regular midweek game?
Yeah, we've tried to do that all year long. We've tried to treat every game as just another game, and that's kind of going to be my message going into this game tomorrow. Is it's just another game. It's no different than us playing BYU or Clemson or anything like that. I think for me, I don't want to look at it and put this game, I don't know, make this game anything bigger than it is. It's just another game, another opponent, and we got to continue doing what we've done all year long.
With an experienced group like this, you're returning to the second round. How do you feel that the team has prepared for this game? They got to prepare after winning the game in the tournament last year, but do you think they have improved in their preparation this year?
Yeah, I would go back to it just being another game. It's no different than playing another SEC, another SEC opponent, or going to BYU or anything like that. It's going to be a quality opponent, and I don't think we need to look at it as like this is a second round of the NCAA tournament. I think we just got to approach it as we've approached every other game this season.
Coach, with teams kind of ranking above and below you in the RPI throughout the year, what goes into making sure you maintain your play and not playing to the skill level of your opponent?
I think we've done a great job of that all year long, and again, it goes back to us focusing on us and not worrying about who we're playing, whether we're playing a top team in the country or a bottom level team, bottom level RPI team. For us, we want to focus on what we're good at. What makes us us. We want to hunt, we want to press, we want to be active in the attack, we want to make penetrating runs. We want to do all those things, and regardless of who the opponent is, as long as we take care of us, then I think we give ourselves a very good chance of winning.
When you talk about how this is kind of set up, which is 4 teams, 2 matches on Friday, and then another match if you win on Sunday. That's a big advantage to be able to have this and be hosting something like this.
Yeah, I think so. To be sleeping in our own beds and to be in a normal routine and not traveling across the country, and I think it's set up nicely for us, and hopefully we'll take advantage of it. But I like where we're at. I like the position we're in. We earned it by winning 19, 20 games this season, and that's our reward for it. So, but but I certainly think it's an advantage.
Coach, how important has it been for your team to play like it does, and the girls to have the conditioning that they do to be able to play for all 90 minutes?
Yeah, it's huge, and we talked about that, heading into the summer, when we finish up in the spring, about making sure that we come in fit, and we did a fantastic job, or they did a fantastic job, over the summer of getting fit, and we came in August in as good as fitness as we've ever been in, and if we're going to be a pressing team, a hunting team, a team that's kind of high tempo, you can't do that if you're unfit, and it helped tremendously that the team came in fit and bought into what we were doing, so but that's been huge.
Regardless of a win or a loss, the team appears to have maintained a buy-in that was built basically over the course of 8 years since you've been here.
Yeah.
What goes into making sure a team keeps on or holds on to that buy-in from top down?
Yeah, I think certainly just the character of the group. You got a group full of players they're hungry and not satisfied. They want to keep achieving more. They want to keep building off of what we've done, and so I think that's important. I think that's why we've been so successful this year is they were never content, never satisfied. It wasn't about just getting a big win over Clemson or a big win over BYU or winning a conference game or two. Like with every win, they just got hungrier and hungrier, and I think that was important. And hopefully we've built a culture and an environment here that keeps people hungry.
When your group has risen to the challenge time and again this year, you've had a lot of big challenges. When you get to this stage of the season, how confident does that make you in your group?
Yeah, I think it's huge, because it's a real confidence. It's not a false confidence where we're trying to convince them that they're good. I mean, all they have to do is look at their record against good opponents throughout the course of the year. I've mentioned Clemson and BYU over and over again, but I mean, you look at South Carolina and Arkansas and Mississippi State and Vanderbilt. I mean, all these teams that we've faced and that we've beaten. These are all very good teams, and so I think all you got to do is draw on those things. I believe we're the leading goal scoring team in the country, the number one goal scoring team in the country. I think we're number 11 in defense. So these are things that are real tangible things. They're not things that we're trying to fabricate and convince our team. I mean, they know it because they've done it.
More of a lighthearted question with
Yeah.
the doubleheader Friday afternoon. Does it kind of remind me of the old club days when it was games all weekend?
Yeah, the only difference, I'm not coaching back-to-back games. So when I was a club coach, I'd be coaching, a 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and a 3 o'clock or something like that. But it'll be nice to watch this first game. I'll watch it partly as a fan and partly obviously as a coach scouting a potential future opponent. But I think it'll be a lot of fun having Irvine and Brown play before us, and I'll be interested to see how that game goes.
They are upset squads. What does your squad do to kind of tune out the outside noise and the chaos that's going on around you?
Yeah, hopefully, as I said already, just focusing on us and not worrying about who the opponent is and whether we're playing a seeded team or an unseeded team, a ranked team, whatever. It doesn't matter. We just got to take care of what we can control. We got to come with energy, come with life, come with hunger and passion, and we do those things, and we're going to give ourselves a good chance to win.